with when we talk about crude oil, we do not joke with it. So it's another day with a heart full of so many thoughts as an African, as a Nigerian, because today we are to focus more on Nigeria. I promise we are going to touch every African country. So long as Africa is concerned, we are going to touch the nitty-gritties, the importance of every mineral resources and everything that has to do with your country that is necessary. So you will know what your country has. And then you ask questions if the governments are using it or not. You would also be able to realize if they are not using it, where are the locations where you can find such mineral resources? In the Nigeria of today, we are very sure and so certain that all power belongs to oil and gas. We do not joke with when we talk about crude oil, we do not joke with it. It has been like that in time immemorial. And you begin to ask, does it mean that the only thing available in this country as Nigeria is only crude oil? Or is the government of today also going to divert all attention to crude oil? But then follow me to a very brief journey. Let me remind you some certain things. That even though Nigeria is blessed with a lot of mineral resources, millions of us are still wallowing in abject poverty. And then you ask, is it that the government of today is not getting it right, or the previous governments has never been getting it right? You can also ask questions like, is it the individuals that are not doing the needful, or just the government? Because sometimes the fault might not be coming from one source. It might be coming from different sides. Due to the current hardship of this country, you find out that most of the youth are now doing a lot of illegalities. You know why? I'll tell you. During our time, there was nothing much of the so-called internet fraudster like Yahoo, or whatever they call it. I can also categorically tell you that Yahoo Plus was never invoked during my time. You would also agree with me that during our time, the country, or should I say the Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, which you can also call the UAE, as well as Dubai that everybody calls today, was a desert where nobody talks about. A lot of people don't even want to associate with them or go there. But today, Dubai is the talk of the town. Everybody wants to come to Dubai. You know why? They have a good government. Then you ask yourself, what have your government done for you as a citizen of the so-called country Nigeria? A lot of things that comes to mind most times when you hear Nigeria is poverty, no light, bad road, accident, hunger. Now, you will begin to hear kidnapping, banditry, Boko Haram, name them. I mean, it's too much. Sometimes I wonder how everybody that based in Nigeria survive. How do you people survive? It is painful. It is colossal, highly colossal, that the government of today also has rigmaroled. They have made their way into the current seat, or should I say the presidency. We were hoping for a better Nigeria. While hoping for a better Nigeria, we have seen the worst of it all. So now I ask you, do you love your country? Do you? If yes, are you proud of your country? Be very sure. Are you proud of your country? You can't tell me that you are proud of your country when your country can't give you free education. Education is not free. You can boast of constant electricity, zero power supply most times, 1 week, 3 days, 4 days, 1 full month. And then you talk about ASU strike that sometimes lasts for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 9 months, 7 months. I mean, where would you talk about the country that it will balance well? Do we continue to hope for the best while dealing with the worst? I would have loved to talk about the current day politics and how the new president made his way to the Aso Rock Villa. But that one will be a topic for another day. Today, I just want to let you know the 5A state. The 5A state. You know, in Nigeria, you have 5A states. And since you have the 5A states, those first 5 A's, what do they have? What are the mineral resources in those states? Have they been able to use them for the betterment of the state? Or they are not using it at all? Which system of government do you really think will work in Nigeria? Do you still love Nigeria? Would you still be happy to be my age and still sing the national anthem with boldness, with pride, with confidence? You know, the last time the Super Eagles played their game of football, it was very funny that the Nigerian government has to give them 1 million naira. I don't know if it is to buy pure water or if it was for match allowance, or probably the 1 million naira was to buy jersey, or maybe their football boot, you know, most of the things they wear to play football and all. So the question is, where are we heading to? Where are we really heading to? How would you want them to play well? You expect a superstar that is playing in various countries, a superstar that has gone almost around the continent, to come back and make the country proud, only for you to give him 1 million naira. 1 million naira. That is current, not up to $10,000. 1 million naira. That's about $1,000. But it's no longer up to $1,000. 1 million naira. $1,000. Million, thousand. Dollar. 1 million naira. Oh, Jesus. Then Allah, Ama, is this the way that we would push this country forward? You watch the person like President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. You watch his legacy, you will be proud. Down to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, you will be very proud. But after them became an incident that you will look at it as chaos, anarchy, doom, total doom. The day is that my brother, say Baba, illegally won, to be precise, and handed the power, and Goodluck handed the power over to him. I'm talking about Buhari. The whole country were jubilating. Basically the northerners, not the whole country. But the whole, almost everywhere in Nigeria, you will find the northerner. I remember towards that time, I visited Lagos. They blocked the streets where I came, or where I visited. The only thing that everybody was singing on the street is say Baba, say Baba. I'ma say Baba everywhere. So say Baba. And then after 2 days, 3 days of happiness of say Baba, blocking road and using Buhari's campaign calendar to make clothes and all. At the back of my mind, I said, well, since a lot of people are happy, maybe we are all eventually going to be happy. Do you understand now? I was thinking. But can you really say that all of us were happy during Buhari's regime? 8 years. 8 years of banditry. 8 years of Boko Haram. 8 years of mismanagement. 8 years of zero accountability. Because you get to remember that it was during Buhari's regime that snakes started swallowing money, a very humongous amount of money with no account. It is also in this same, in that same Buhari regime that monkey, gorilla, even elephant swallowed a huge amount of money. Do you also remember that in Buhari regime, termites from nowhere came out and ate up a lot of documents, meaningful documents with so much important information? All that was gone down the drain. I am trying to remind you that even during Buhari's regime, they defeated Boko Haram technically on top of the mouth. They defeated Boko Haram technically more than 5 times on top of the mouth. Boko Haram was never defeated. We will not go into the issue of Chibok girls because it was also a propaganda like Boko Haram. Although Boko Haram is a calculated game sponsored by our colonial masters and the current government of today, Joe Biden. You cannot deny this is a fact. Even the current president of France, Emmanuel Macron, you also know you are getting benefit from it. The mineral resources that is hidden in the so-called Sambisa forest is supposed to be mineral resources for the country. That is why I want to talk about mineral resources today. So since the major point that brought Boko Haram, or the major issue, no, it is not an issue, the major business, the major point of generating revenue, the major income, the major capital, the real reason for Boko Haram. These people has killed a lot of peaceful citizens, genuine citizens.